Hey, everybody. Welcome to Kame House Party. I am Aaron.
And I needed to swallow. But my name is Vince.
I mean, apparently, if you're looking at the video, I also need help hanging prints because I've had the same one just hanging out in the corner for 2 weeks, maybe longer. What we don't need help with is telling you what this podcast is. It is the universe's only improv comedy Dragon Ball watch-along podcast. We are attempting to watch every episode and iteration of Dragon Ball. We do improv comedy based on what we watched as we talk about it episode by episode. And it's great to be here in the Podiverse.
Yeah, we're just two peas in a pod.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We're in our pods.
Mm-hmm.
And what we're about to do is a little something called Kame Housekeeping. It is a series of fortunate events that get you, the audience, ready for the podcast ahead. And the first part of Kame Housekeeping is the world famous, UN sanctioned, let me check, and third thing, Olympic Committee approved.
Whew.
The big three. Of course, I'm talking about the 1 minute roundup camera flash sound.
Over here. Famous person over here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You got a question for me?
Yeah. This is Joe from the Daily Weird News, and
Okay.
the people want to know. The people want to know boxers or briefs.
Oh boy, I'm a 75-year-old man who's won 20 Academy Awards. No one, everyone knows. I don't even have to say my name. Everyone knows it. So I guess my answer is briefs.
Oh, great! Thank you so much. The people also want to know: do you have Skibbity Riz?
Which people specifically? This is for, you said the weekly weird. I know I heard weird in the title.
I totally work for a legitimate press outlet.
Wait a minute. We're in LA, of course. And you're wearing a trench coat.
Mm-hmm.
You're holding the microphone from your arm, coming from the middle instead of your sleeve.
That's because I'm the celebrity flasher.
No, I was hoping it was 2 kids in a trench coat. and
seed.
Look, was I Harrison Ford? Who knows?
Who knows? I mean, we all know because they're that famous, and they wear briefs.
Mm-hmm. It depends. Very. Here's a quick story about. Here's an apocryphal, maybe happened, maybe didn't story that I heard about Harrison Ford. So on my mission, I was in Idaho, and some of my areas, I never got to be stationed there, but Jackson Hole, Wyoming was part of our mission. Very famous as like a very like upscale hoity-toity sort of, if you're rich and you like nature, you want to go there. So Harrison Ford apparently on his private jet, because he loves that shit, he'd fly in all the time. And so there were Harrison Ford sightings all the time. And apparently he went into a grocery store. He asked one of the clerks, "Hey, where can I get diapers?" And the clerk brings them to an aisle that is for adult diapers because he assumed that's what Harrison Ford meant, was that he wanted Depends. He wanted adult diapers. Harrison Ford apparently got very upset. It's like, they're for my grandchild. That's as high as a voice as he'll get now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's just did it happen? Who knows? Good story either way.
Great story. Shout out to the retail workers
for roasting his fucking ass.
For getting that old man, putting him in his place.
I wonder if like asking for an autograph was in there, and that's when the clerk decided to ruin this man's day.
Yeah, I could see it. Because Harrison Ford is like famously, one of those actors in the heyday of Hollywood where like you could just be good looking and they'd put you in a movie. You had because he's a carpenter by trade.
Yeah.
He doesn't even like what he does anymore. And who would at like 90 years old let the man fly his planes and smoke his weed?
He doesn't want to be the Hulk.
No. God, I already forgot that was a real thing that happened recently. Number one movie in America. Black America. My captain is black.
My head coach too. But look, enough look, the Oscars are over. Enough celebrity goss, because we have to get into the 1 minute roundup proper, which is where one of us, this time the very famous Vince White, has to summarize everything that we have covered in Dragon Ball thus far in 1 minute, 60 seconds. And we do this as a service to you, the listener. Maybe you're not caught up to where we are from either watching Dragon Ball itself, from listening to the episodes. Maybe you're a new listener and you're very confused, wondering why we're talking about celebrities instead of Dragon Ball. Well, we're about to talk about Dragon Ball, okay? This is a service to you, the listener. So you're caught up to where we are in the podcast. No fuss, no muss, except for me not knowing how to pronounce podcast. So yeah, Vince, the only thing left to do is to ask you, are you ready to round up?
Aaron, I am so ready to round up. And in the spirit of Fat Tuesday, of which we are recording, gonna do it a little Cajun style, okay?
You're about to make a name for yourself?
I'm about to make a name for myself. And here I go. You know this boy named Goku? He got a tail. He go around the world searching for the Dragon Balls to make a wish. He stopped a lot of people from using it for bad, child. He fought at 3 Tenkaichi tournaments. He won one of them against Piccolo Jr., his nemesis. Then they had to go to Namek, wish everybody back to life. He come back. He beat Frieza. He won Super Saiyan. And then this boy named Trunk from the future came, told Goku all about his androids. One of them was a bug that could eat other androids, get real strong. He turned into a Perfect Cell now. Now Perfect Cell, he been beating up people. He done killed Goku, exploded King Kai planet. He back. He's stronger than ever. He beat the crap out of that Vegeta boy. Now he's charging up a Kamehameha wave to kill everybody on Earth. He got plans to go all over the world, in the universe, to take it all down. But only Gohan left. He got one arm, child. He a one arm boy. He Super Saiyan 2. He's strong enough. You better find out, Cher. All right, now.
He a one-arm boy. Not wrong.
Not wrong.
What incredible. I don't think we haven't done accents, I don't think. Not us.
Not us.
Not for the roundup.
Not for the roundup. I can't think of a themed roundup that we've
I know we need
like that.
We're gonna look. Is it going to be a trend that sticks? We'll see.
We'll see.
There's not a lot of accents I can do. But that was wonderful. A last bit of enjoyment before we all give up something for Lent tomorrow. If I'm remembering how all that works.
I think so.
But what it does allow us to do is go into the next part of Kame housekeeping, which is where we let you know Vince and I watched 2 different versions of the episode. I watched the Japanese dubbed, English subtitled version. Vince watches the Funimation English dub. We do this because comparing and contrasting is fun. We like to see what little differences, what big differences, any old difference that we can see, and it's interesting, and people like it. But the first difference is usually the title. So Vince, will you please give us your title for this episode?
Yes, I will. And in my normal voice, I'll tell you the title of this week's episode. Psych, announcer voice. Episode 191 of Dragon Ball Z. Save the world.
Mine one throws a little shade at Gohan. Two,
oh my,
is a bit more definitive. You be the judge. Because my title for episode 191 of Dragon Ball Z, from the Japanese title, roughly translated, is The Battle is Over. Thank you, Son Goku. And subtext to me was, no thank you, Gohan.
A little bit more like a lot of it. Yeah, the fact that Gohan is not thanked for this episode is a little nuts.
But maybe next episode. The battle is still over. Thank you, Piccolo, Krillin, Vegeta, Trunks, Yamcha, and Tien, and no one else.
Fortune teller Baba, you really did it.
Ox King, thanks for being there with your daughter during this hard time, while someone you're related to fought. That's right, Goku.
Holy crap, we got a doozy of an episode.
This is a big one for sure. Let us get into it. So where we last left off, like you said, we're in a big Kamehameha wave off. We have Perfect Cell on one side. We have Gohan with the spirit of Goku on the other side. Krillin is like, hey, we need to leave right now.
Yeah.
Because it's getting too powerful that even the Z boys can't be there to witness it. I love Piccolo in this moment because he's very hesitant. I think he just gives a somber, like, Gohan. Like he doesn't want to leave.
There's so many cuts to Piccolo just saying Gohan's name. Gohan. Gohan. In mine, I wrote the quote from Krillin. They're going to change the shape of the whole planet.
Yeah, oh, they kept that? Yay.
What?
Wow.
Of all the lines, that's the one they kept.
The shape of the earth is going to change.
That's crazy.
That's what he's worried about.
That's what...
we're still leasing the planet. We can't have a giant dent.
Oh, boy. We're not getting the deposit back on this planet. Sorry, Dende.
Don't worry, short guy. I know a space guy who he'll just get a plunger and knock out the dents on this planet.
Yamcha. Oh, I didn't know we were renting.
Wait, you haven't been chipping in the Earth tax that Bulma told me about?
I guess not. Just bumming on couches, playing baseball.
Shouldn't you have a better salary? Or maybe the league takes it out of your check.
Baseball is historically bad to the players, Tigers included.
Go on. I've seen Moneyball. That's it. That's all I know about the inside of baseball.
That's what's wrong with the game.
It's literally a numbers game. Who's got the fattest wallet?
I literally bat 1,000. I haven't missed a pitch. Now I make league minimum.
Ugh. Really?
I don't go to practice.
The fines.
I wish I could be like Marshawn Lynch. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Anyway, the Earth is fine. I'll also get away from this giant entity reluctantly.
Master Dende, I hope you're ready to make... Master Dende, I hope you're ready to pay down this planet.
I mean, why didn't, Kame do it before? I was looking at it seems like he's had a few... He's took out a few mortgages.
Kame loved a reverse mortgage, and then he took an Uno card and sent it in the mail and said double reverse.
That's right. Look, I'm doing the very small amount with my fingers. You can't tell because I'm in Piccolo, but as soon as I almost paid off the planet, the new Xbox would come out.
And Kame had to get the latest version of Uno on his new Xbox.
They make you buy it every time. and scene. A joke so good Toulouse comes to join us.
Oh my God. Not even Toulouse is not technically the studio cat, and she's so upset that I'm not paying attention.
It's another look. We don't want to invoke anything. It is another late night record. We'll just skip past that fact. I love that the regulars, the humans, are they also get they're getting blown away. Jimmy is still reporting. He's got a microphone shaped rock.
Salute to that man.
Not a salute to Hercule, who is still insisting that the events taking place are some sort of trick. He's like, Mark my words. I'll prove it that this is a big trick.
And at this point, you gotta assume this man is having a psychotic break.
He cannot. Is that what he's going to be like on his deathbed?
Oh, God. It was all fake. I was never sick.
Heart attacks are made up.
The only stroke I know is me.
Go on, Dad. It's me, Vidal.
It's me stroking down Cell. With my bare hands. Sorry, I gotta break this scene up. This cat just walked across like the two keys.
You're telling me a cat ruined a perfectly good joke about jerking off?
Yes, I am. And she's coming back.
Is this the chaos of the episode that we're going to keep in?
I think so.
Okay.
Just let it be.
All right.
They're influenced by the thin veil between us and those who shall not be named.
We throughout this thing we're getting cut to everyone. A worried Dende, Chi-Chi, Ox King, and Baba. They have pillows over their heads as the earth is shaking, by the way, immensely. Still, the Chi-Chi and them, they don't know what's going on because Baba's crystal ball is not working. And I think at this point we're in the battle, in the blast, in the beam battle. Hold on, did we? So I think we skipped it. The big visual that's happening throughout this whole episode, is that their Kamehameha waves are forming a giant ball, and there is a seam down the middle where the two are meeting, and it's a very nice visual indicator of who's winning, who's losing. At this point, Cell's part of the beam is slowly pushing forward more and more.
For scale, would you say? I mean, I assume that this dome is what the Vegas sphere wishes it could be. Like, what's that? That there's like a giant rock formation. Speaking of like Jackson Hole in nature, isn't there like a giant half dome rock formation that's like about the size of a mountain? I assume that
the Tetons.
Yeah. I assume this dome of energy is mountainous in size.
Oh, it has to be.
Yeah, so sphere, get fucked.
Yeah. I can. It's so cheap to advertise on the Cell Gohan sphere.
I rented it out to play Smash Brothers.
Yeah, it's essentially local theater cost.
They're streaming UCB sketch shows on it.
Live tickets are same as streaming. Get out of here.
Get out of here. That's bad business.
King Kai in the next life, Goku and King Kai. Goku's still communicating with Gohan, trying to. Let me ask you this. Do you interpret this as Goku lending actual energy and strength to Gohan, or is it just him communicating with Gohan?
This is a really good question, because I think for years I believed that it was Goku lending energy to Gohan to perform this Kamehameha wave.
Mm-hmm.
But upon watching this, it is only words of encouragement that Goku is giving, because like the image of Goku doing the Kamehameha wave along with Gohan I think is purely symbolic. Did you think it was Goku lending energy to his son from another plane of existence?
That's definitely what I'm in your boat, where I used to, but no, I think the better, and especially the better story is that it is all Gohan, and it's just Goku giving moral support. A father encouraging a son, a truly fantastical concept. We had Goku was like, Gohan, you have to release your dormant power. And then in mine, Gohan's like, I'm at my limit. And maybe I'm just the spoiled crybaby. Gohan, he calls himself the spoiled crybaby Gohan. It's like, that's all I am.
That's it. I kind of like that better, because I think that's him internalizing what he thinks everybody sees him as.
The fans.
Mostly the fans. And probably that's Toriyama directly speaking to the fans. Is like, this is the hole you put this kid in, because he was 5 and crying at seeing the death of creatures on a planet that he's unfamiliar with. Like, in the English version, he just says, I can't hack it, Dad. I'm just a kid. I haven't changed at all.
I think that's less specific.
Yeah.
Which definitely loses something. Mm-hmm. Goku continues to encourage. Sorry, I'm thinking about Gohan being on an alien planet at the ripe old age of 6.
Right?
And that he is 11. Did we differ? I know.
It's been 5 years, and he spent one of those years in a purgatory-like hellscape.
That's true.
Like any of these keyboard warriors who could go to a war zone at 6, come back and still do homework, eat shit.
Being effective. Look, we'll see, in this hypothetical, you get Gohan's powers. It's what's in here. It's what shonen anime's taught us all along, baby. It's what's in here. It's what's in the heart.
The problem is, what's up in here is extreme tension, stress, and post-traumatic. It's all in there, and so he can't access what's in here.
Yeah, it is. Goku then realized, Goku's like racking his brain, like, what's wrong? Because Goku knows Gohan can do it. He's Goku. The only time Goku's done math is in this situation. And he realizes like that Gohan is still holding back because he's worried about destroying the Earth. And so that's like one of the final pushes that Goku gives to Gohan to be like, don't worry about the Earth. No matter whatever is caught in the crossfire, just wish it back, baby.
Yeah. I love that. Goku is just it's this push pull is so good. Like it's hard to describe the feeling of like excitement and like the mix of excitement and dread, and you're watching like Cell's side overtake Gohan to the point where it's just this like the little disc in front of him, and then Gohan pushing it back, and it is really, really, really good anime. And you'll notice that by the end of this episode everything gets resolved, and that's also amazing.
It is great episode. Piccolo he can't stands it no more. He flies off to help his son. He gets behind Cell, does a blast that does nothing. Cell's counterattack. This is again showing how badass Cell is. His only counterattack is merely lifting the wings from his back slightly. Yeah. And that's enough to cause a blast that blows Piccolo away.
Well, I was going to say, it's also the kind of blast that'll send us right into a commercial.
Hey, Riley.
Yeah, Andrew?
Do you want to make a podcast ad?
I do, but what would we mention?
So I think that we could probably put together an ad for a show called The Podcast Minds. There, but for the grace of pod, go we. You know, it's a podcast where we both pitch each other podcast ideas instead of doing one ourselves.
Yeah, it's a podcast pilot pitching project. Totally. We should mention that it's a comedy show, right? Where we throw out ideas like getting weirdly deep into the themes of Jumanji.
Is that one a podcast?
No. It's a podcast idea that is actually a front for me to talk to you about hyperfixations I got.
Oh, that's most of the things that you hit me with. What about instead if we just talked about all the different ways you could do a rewatch of Lost?
Oh, that sounds like you just did what I did, but you said it in a positive voice.
Okay, and along the way, what if we pitched ideas like, I don't know, epic rap battles of mystery, the Lin-Manuel Miranda podcast?
Listen to the Podcast Minds. There, but for the grace of pod, go we on your podcatcher of choice on the Moonshot Network. Hi-ho!
Hi-ho! Every Friday.
Krillin, ever they're criticizing Piccolo for being so reckless. Who cares? Krillin?
Yeah. Who cares what Krillin thinks?
You're gonna
I
die.
care about what Vegeta thinks. Because he's watching Piccolo and the Earthlings go to aid Gohan. And I had to like check myself because when he first sees Piccolo, he goes, "Good Piccolo." Like he's like approving.
Interesting.
And then when he sees the others, he says this. Foolish, really. I mean, it's not like they'll make a difference.
Similar. I think he's just like, I don't know what he said exactly. I think he just calls him dumb.
Yeah.
Because there is, as Piccolo flies off, Tien gives a little speech of like, I've got too much pride as a warrior, as a fighter, to just stand by. As a martial artist. That's the term I use, Tien. I can't just stand by. And Yamcha's like, yeah, you're right. That's
a different characterization. because Tien is like, in mine, Tien is like, he starts emanating energy, which looks great.
Mm-hmm.
I wish that distinction between like human energy, Saiyan energy, and Namekian energy. I wish that could be like the thing. Like pure human energy looks like waves and are like white, and Tien is so pure, not because of his race, but because of the way that he meditates and everything. That like I wish that could have stuck around. But he talks about like, I can't sit idly by when Goku has done so much for me. I can't let I can't do this. I can't watch his son, go at this alone. I have to step in for Goku's sake. And Tien is like, he's saved my butt so many times. I got to help his son any way I can. So like,
Is that right before they decide to help? Because they each, or after? Because they do each get like a little speech.
yeah.
While
I think that might be right before they go off.
Okay. It's basically Tien doesn't get. Tien will mention Goku later, but at this point he's just this like, I can't. He's like, that's not me, Chief. I don't stand around. Tien and Yamcha are off. This also inspires Krillin. He looks down at 18. He's like, well, I'm glad I got to see it one last time. That'll have to be enough.
I'm glad I got to hold you once.
Respectfully.
Hey, he also is like, hope you and Trunks will be okay.
I mean, either no one's okay or yes.
Right? In my notes I have like, on both sides of the commercial, I'm like, Trunks is dead, right?
I think so.
He's gotta be. What through his right through there?
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler alert, folks. Your heart is not just on one side.
It's center-ish.
It's center-ish. So that movie Ninja Assassins, where the guy has a special heart. Did you ever see that movie?
Wait, what movie?
Ninja Assassin. I think that's what it's called. It was a 2010s dark action.
It starred Snake Eyes? Not Snake Eyes.
I believe so.
Or Storm Shadow. One of the live action shows.
Yeah,
okay,
one of those actors.
Because the big thing was that it was produced by the Wachowskis, I think. Or at least executive produced.
And spoiler for Ninja Assassins, the main character survives the beginning of the movie where he gets stabbed through the heart because his heart's on the other side.
Yes. That's good shit.
And there's a character that's like, I do not know the ethnic background of the actor or the character, but this is the voice because me and my friends quoted it for years after. Because there's a character that goes, you have a special heart.
I agree with you with I don't know what location it's supposed to be from.
I have no idea. What region? That could be Delawarean. I don't know.
And, I mean, look, it sounds like folks, it could be down the street from anyone.
Yeah.
You have a special heart.
That's what he said.
Okay. A double entendre.
That's the only line I know from the movie. Fuck the Dragon Ball movies. We're going to watch Ninja Assassins after this.
Was he a doctor? Hey, April.
Probably not.
April 1st is fast approaching.
Oh, boy.
So yeah, they go off to fight. We get a special beam cannon from Piccolo. Everyone's trying to blast on Cell. So has to fight a little harder to push them away. And this gives Gohan a little time to push some. And then this is where
I think this is where Piccolo says, I won't let you die alone, Gohan.
Yes.
And And the Vegeta watching is like, he's starting to radiate energy. Like he's getting a little fired up watching them valiantly fight. And it was a weird line that he says in mine because he's like, it's not fear that's holding me back, but he doesn't finish it.
Yes,
I assume he's like, it's jealousy. He's just jealous that this boy is so much stronger than him.
I don't think he says anything like that. Vegeta would never say it's
Right?
not. Let me analyze what's holding me back.
Let me use my therapist techniques. Self-actualization.
Is it self-talk? Negative self-talk? No.
Couldn't be.
I'm great.
Is it my avoidant behavior?
No. It's not Bulma.
It could never be Bulma.
Or my child.
Who?
Is it because King Vegeta never hugged me?
Repressed childhood memories? Not me.
No way. I remember everything I've done since age 10 and up. No one needs those other years.
Is
Yeah.
it what I did to Nappa haunting me? He loved it.
If Nappa could talk right now, I'm sure he'd. Again, now hold on. Let me check in real quick. Nappa, you there, bud?
Always here for you, Vegeta.
Look, I want to help this little shit.
Don't do it.
No, why not?
You heard it. You heard it from me.
Okay. You've always told it to me straight.
Yeah, I've been kicking around your head for so long, Vegeta. I know you inside and out.
You did the hourglass hand shape thing when you said inside and out, but I'll
Ooh la
ignore that.
la. You're looking good.
You turned into a giant wolf. That whistle.
But I'm bald. Awoo.
Good Nixon. As always.
My favorite president. But Vegeta, you don't have to help this kid.
Mm-hmm. All right, I won't.
Pretty cool if you did.
Go, why? But this kid almost killed me several times.
But then, Vegeta, you can take the credit for saving the Earth.
Oh, shit. Then Bulma will have to put a ring on it. It won't be common
That's
law
what I'm
anymore.
saying.
Okay. Nappa, you're always 2 steps ahead.
I'm playing chess. These fools out here playing checkers.
And your bars, Nappa.
I've been ghostwriting for Kendrick.
I
Turn
mean,
his TV off.
working.
Turn his TV off.
I know. I wanted to say that you've been too many late nights in my head. Maybe after 11, use headphones.
Sorry.
Okay.
Just DJ Mustard keeps sending me beats.
I know every time you receive them, you keep going, Mustard! Thank you. You're narrating your email back.
I mean, Vegeta, this shit goes crazy, stupid, hilarious.
Only half of America is going to understand the scene.
That's the genius of my writing, Vegeta. It ain't for everybody.
Good, it shouldn't be.
Mm-mm.
All right, you're right. I'll help this. Look, I'm going to let these other losers do weird monologues. Then I'll help, okay?
Of course.
All right.
I'm always here for you, Vegeta.
Hey, thanks. And again, I'm never bringing you back to life.
Fine with me.
You see, you're doing all right.
I love it here.
It's cozy in my head.
It's great.
There's again, ignore that closed off door with several chains and locks.
But Vegeta chains and whips excite me.
Oh boy. All right, and see.
And see.
Gotta get Nappa in there every once in a while.
Every once in a while, Nappa needs to come back.
Mm-hmm. I do want to go through these monologues. I don't know how detailed of notes you kept of them. Because everyone does.
I'll let you lead this.
Okay. Because everyone does get a little internal thoughts as they're going on. Again, signifying how this should have been the end of Dragon Ball.
Mm-hmm.
We had Piccolo's line to add to that. You're the first one who ever spoke to me decently. Which is like, really? I guess it's true.
Really? Yeah.
Krillin, his lines. I think this is after he gets knocked down. He goes, "Why am I getting up again when I could find peace in just dying here? In the past, I would have." Let me finish. In the past, I would have long since given up. It must have been Goku and Gohan that made me act this way. Yep, I've got both of you to blame for this, both father and son. Very Krillin.
Very Krillin. God, the series should have ended.
I know, look, they're giving their farewells. Come on.
Everybody's literally giving they're giving their own eulogies.
Yes, exactly. Tien, the way I am is because of Goku. After letting Goku die, I can't allow his son to die right before my eyes as well.
Ah, there we go.
It's too many eyes. Can't take it.
Nobody's ever seen anybody go cross-eyed 3 ways.
My trauma is 1.5 times larger than everyone else's because of what I've seen. I did it at this point. I got tired and didn't want to do it exactly, so Yamcha's is paraphrased, but as he deserves. Goku Gohan is amazing. Just what we'd expect from any son of yours. I love you both. It's like, aw.
Is that the first male I love you on TV?
It's probably the first one we've seen.
They cut it out of the Funimation dub.
Yeah. You two are A-okay.
Hey, that's why I fought so hard to try to catch you two.
Aw.
That's very touching and very sweet. Now I'm realizing that my Tien speech was that speech.
Good.
Because those all sound very familiar. And again, we've touched on it a couple of times. This feels so final.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything about it just feels like there's nowhere else to go. And after those speeches, what is it? Goku finds some more words of encouragement for his son, tells Gohan to use the pain and make it your power. Take all of the pain that Cell is given out and use that. While that happens, Vegeta hits Cell with a massive energy blast that makes him buckle a little bit, looking like Mike Jack. Pretty baby with Cell, yeah. You Duke mailman wave. Powers that you steal. Powers that you steal. They're making you so strong. Making you so strong. You're knocking off my feet, yeah, baby. Woo!
We can do Michael Jackson parodies again.
Yeah,
No?
we could do that.
Okay.
We could do that again.
It's back. We have this. It does look like the end a little bit because all the Z fighters, after their rousing monologues, they've fallen down. They can't get back up, and this is when Vegeta finally comes in, does a blast on Cell, distract him. Goku is like, now Gohan. And Gohan gives his final push. We just have blue flashing light. Light sensitivity warning out the wazoo on this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Gohan just slowly, arm out, steps forward, inch by inch.
So good.
And we see cells start to slowly dissolve like an Alka-Seltzer tablet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
I'm perfect. Warping and dissolving.
I don't know if I get that line
little,
in mind.
We see that little kernel of cell. We see that evaporate. We go into the macro and see his individual cells disintegrate into nothing, into the bright white light of Gohan's pure, unadulterated power.
It is, we see that, as we've seen so many times, that energy blast fly safely off into space. And then I'm glad this happens. We get like maybe 10 seconds of just nothing. It's very silent. Gohan untransforms and falls to the ground. Piccolo gives us the key count. He confirms. He's like, I can't sense keys at all. Cell's key at all. It completely disappeared. Chi-Chi, Ox King, they're all celebrating. The shaking stopped. They know what's happened. Goku is in the next office like, well done, Gohan.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're not selling. I don't think we're selling it enough of just like the massive relief over everyone in the show, over me watching it.
Yep. It is so cathartic. It is so earned. This true sense of resolution, finality in a way that we never got after the Frieza saga, because there was like, well, did Goku get off the planet? What's going on? But this one, it's like, Goku's in Otherworld. Cell is defeated. Gohan has supplanted his father as the strongest at this point in the universe, right?
The strongest
Cell was
being
a universal
alive.
threat. Yeah. And it feels so good to get so far, and to not only that, but this was all resolved in one episode. One episode. That's crazy to me.
It's the Kamehameha wave started at the end of last episode. Yeah. This final thing was it.
Because this is one of those things where like the tropes of Dragon Ball is like, oh, they're charged up for half the episode. That must come from Super. Like that must come from Super, or maybe it's the Boo saga. I bet you it's the Boo saga.
Because the Frieza saga didn't. It was long, but there was action. It was the Frieza saga was like a chess game to a degree,
right?
Of like surprises, reversals. I mean, the Spirit Bomb took how many episodes to charge up?
2.5.
Yeah, but the
impact took 2 episodes.
As it dug in. Yeah, 5 minutes. I think that was it, because the problem with the Frieza saga is that they did call their shot and say the planet's going to explode in 5 minutes.
Yeah,
and then 4 weeks later. Where this Cell Saga, best saga. How can it not be?
How can it not be?
At the very end, we see a peaceful, quiet Earth, Gohan's face superimposed, and the announcer saying these lines. At last, at long last, Cell is defeated. Thank you, Son Goku, and farewell.
Makes me want to cry.
Should we end the podcast? Like, as a whole? Should
Yeah,
we
fade to
not
black.
move on?
Fade to black.
Yeah. This is the last one, folks. Sorry.
We're going out Soprano style.
Yeah. Don't stop. It's tempting. Do we end the podcast where we feel like this series should have ended?
That was not in the original charter, Aaron.
It's not. No, I know. No. We can't. This amendment will not pass. But that, yeah, I don't know if the announcer gave you a different line read, something similar.
At the time, I don't think I had the capacity to write down that exact line, but it was something similar. There was definitely, and now the world is saved, thanks to Gohan and Goku, or something like that. I think they give Gohan and Goku like they're both, because they're both superimposed on the Earth.
Yeah.
The two saviors, father and son.
I'm the Holy Ghost, me, Krillin. No one knows what I do, but I'm always around. People say they feel me. But that's it. That's what an episode.
What a saga. I mean, yeah, do we want to take like a quick second to just summarize how we feel, like, because you could break the Z so far into the Piccolo Jr. saga, Namek saga, Android saga, so everything up until Cell becomes perfect, and then the Cell game saga. How do you feel about all of those? Do you think Z as a whole so far is special or more meaningful? And just let me hear you.
The saga as a whole, it was a rough start. Not even that. When did it 150-ish, 120-ish is when
I think we're in the 120s.
Is when things started. It shifted. I think this is a saga that shifted gears the most. Like there's I don't know, except that it was like all good and all these changes. Like when you thought you knew what was going to happen next, they change it on you. Aside from the fact that I've watched it before.
Right.
It's just like, oh, well, this is okay. Trunks. They're setting it. It does seem like everything was in service to swerve you that Gohan was going to be the one that saves everyone. In the end, I think they do it with like Vegeta getting more like calling him his ass Super Vegeta, Trunks' power up, but eventual like hubris and defeat at that. Everyone waiting for Goku in the very beginning for the android. The swerve of like, those aren't the right androids. Like I know there were a lot of changes made mid writing of the manga, but it does feel, in the end, it does feel like everything was like, we are just building to Gohan being the one to save this. And in that sense, it's like, no, it's super good.
I think I agree with you. I think Z so far, because there's one more, piece of Z that we have to get to.
You almost said through. I feel
it.
I feel that sometimes.
But like this, I feel like as a youth watching this, it was so like I felt so like where all my friends were dropping off of anime left and right around this time. Sticking with this and then like watching this, I was just like, it was all worth it. Like I don't care that I don't know like who is batting fifth for the Phillies, and I don't care that I'm not going to the dance with somebody. I don't care because my whole like idea of like storytelling and like shaping what I thought was cool came from this. Like the things that I love about anime can all be like picked and choose, like pieces all happen within like what we've seen of Z so far. And it's really special in like anime as a whole, but like as far as what you just said, Toriyama being able to pull off all of this to at the time make Dragon Ball Z the like bigger than fucking Pokemon. Like that's it's amazing that he was able to hold all that together, and be able to be like, take your fucking medicine. Like I know what's good for you. Yes, Piccolo deserves this effing power up right now, and he's gonna do spinning, floating back kicks and kick ass and piss Vegeta off, only for that to be supplanted by Trunks being a Super Saiyan and then Vegeta becoming Super Vegeta. It's like the only other anime that I think compares to like the pacing is the second half of Yu Yu Hakusho. Everything leading up to the demon tournament and everything within that. Like, yes, maybe there are some stumbles and they drag out some stuff, but like in terms of like perfect arcs, Dragon Ball Z to the Cell Saga and Yu Yu Hakusho like are it for me. Like I love me some Naruto, but boy was that a modern bloated mess. And with Dragon Ball Z, I can't pick out stuff where I'm just like, I didn't need that. Because in the end, it was important for either Gohan's development that wasn't being like forced down our throat. Like you forget that Gohan has just been around watching and learning and training and going toe to toe with world destroying enemies since he was 5 years old. And Toriyama just let that be. And then and then he was just like, there, you fell for it, Kaiba.
Pot of greed.
Yeah. That's not how that works.
It's the swings that were able to be made because of this saga is like a celebration of the past and sort of just using all the parts of it together. Like you thought, like no one thought the Red Ribbon Army was going to come back,
right?
Like it's like those chumps.
The fools that couldn't beat a kid, like that underestimated Goku at every turn, at points used as the comedic foil to Pilaf. Like,
yeah, like a Pilaf gang appearance would have been like, if he could have wrapped that in somewhere, I think it really would have been like a all encompassing sort of thing.
Yeah,
the tournament comes back. The Kame dies. We're that in desperate of a situation of just like, you got to kill God. He killed God.
He killed God.
And it didn't work. Like it is insane. You get like, I don't know how much of this is brushed over in the manga, but like you get like, we're just gonna hang out. Like the swerve of Goku being like, yeah, I'm gonna chill for like a week.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my first vacation.
Aaron, we spent like a month being like, what the fuck is happening to our Goku?
He's gone insane.
He spent an episode doing a puzzle.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's an incredible saga, and like, yeah, it's the catharsis. The catharsis on, I'm from the South, sorry, of what this episode did can't be overstated, especially if you're like us, if you're watching it week by week. I can't imagine binging this saga.
Oh,
like even if it was even like one a day, I don't know.
There's a lot of high highs and low lows. There's a lot of angst, fear, anxiety, and anger, and it all Toriyama and team are able to pull that out of you when you're just like, I just want to watch a cool thing where guys fight. It's like, no, you gotta watch the rise and fall of a prince again. You've gotta watch the hope of the universe die in front of you. Like, and Cell being the ultimate villain at this point, chef's kiss. Like everything that you didn't know you had to fear because Goku is such a powerful, gregarious, like guy that you trusted to save the day every single time, and he always pulled it out of his ass. Like that moment that Cell return, like it's so nuts to me. It's insane. I can't imagine my little brain when that happened. Like how I didn't like. I probably jumped off my fucking bunk bed.
Wait, why'd you have a bunk bed?
Because I wished I had friends.
Oh no! Oh. Look, I know you have your bunk bed still, so I'll come over.
Thanks.
Who gets top?
You
whatever you want, bud.
I always defer.
In our household, it was whoever the lightest was.
Smart. See, that's smart.
And I never wanted to be. I also, when I was younger, I was very roly-poly. So I would roll. On occasion, I'd wake up on the ground because I just fell off the bed of the top bunk. But regardless, this is, yeah. And also the saga that gave us Marin, that gave us that gif.
Oh man, we've been through so much, and I do it all again.
All right, we're running it back, baby.
Run it back, baby.
No, we're gonna run out of here. I think we'll skip email. We'll wait on emails till next week.
Perfect.
But yeah, let's all take a breath, relax. We're gonna get our denouement. We'll see Krillin's first date at some point. Did they do an episode? I don't think they did.
A date episode?
No, I think it was just a time skip.
Yeah.
They're like, no one wants to see that. I'm like, I want to see that.
I definitely wanted to see that.
Yamcha trying to be a Cyrano de Bergerac in the.
It's this new thing, Krillin. It's a walkie-talkie.
You put it. Listen to this here. I'll tell you what to say.
Krillin immediately gets water on him.
Oh no. He spills water on her and he's instantly like worried that she's going to short circuit.
But no short circuiting. And Aaron, we're going to skip all the CTAs today.
Okay. I think, yeah, in honor of this episode, relax, everyone.
Everybody relax. So, whether you are putting your life on the line to save a kid who's doing just fine, or you're using the power of love, you gotta
keep fighting. But I'm